Welcome back. We are going to end our show today with something kind of fun. We're going to talk to Shelea Frazier on the West Coast, and she is one of the stars of the new movie, The Clark Sisters, the First Ladies of Gospel. So before we talk to you, Shelea, let's take a look at the trailer.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, girls, come on. Y'all got gifts to make you stars, but I'm gonna make you stars for Jesus.
You want them to be the Jackson 5?
No, they better than the Jackson 5. You gonna sing for the Lord, you gonna lay down for the devil. You didn't just sell songs, you sold your future. You sold your sister's future. All we ever did was what you wanted us to do. Did you ever ask us what we wanted?
Right, ladies, it's showtime.
She's not gonna stay in this house acting like that. You brought the sunshine in my life. She's gotta be ready. You gotta be perfect. Our album is number 20 on the chart. You've been nominated for Best Soul Gospel Performer. These are Clark Sisters. Grammy nominations and #1 album. You came on. That's how it's done.
So, Shelea, let me tell you, when I saw the trailer, I got my stomp on. That's all I have to say. This movie not only looks fun, but it also looks like one of those movies that's been waiting to be told.
I agree. You know, the Clark sisters have been a part of our lives for decades, but we didn't know their story. We didn't know how they got to become the Clark sisters. And as you'll see, their mother, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, saw something so unique in her girls, just the same way Joe Jackson saw something in his boys and his girls as well. So she was unwavering. She was single-minded, and she created the Clark sisters, and that's why they're here today.
It also, though, tells the story of what it's like to be not only in the music industry, but also the gospel music industry, in which what do they say in the Black church? When God gets to blessing, the devil starts to mess him.
Yep, pretty much. You know, I think the world in a lot of ways has changed, and in some ways it's the same in the gospel industry. You know, I was just talking with someone yesterday. There's still a lot of misogyny in the church, you know, even now. And as you'll see in the movie, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark kind of went through that. You know, she was a boss. And people just weren't really comfortable with a woman kind of moving in that powerful way. And so, you know, her conversations with the promoters and the people within the church organization, you know, she at times had issues with that, but she stood her ground. And, you know, it's definitely an example to us even now.
So tell us the story. Who are the Clark sisters?
They're sisters first, you know. It's a story about sisters who loved their mother, you know, loved music and loved God. And through all of their different trials and tribulations, you know, there were issues within themselves, you know, because that's what happens in family. Every family, you know, I don't know a family that hasn't had personal issues. And so they had their share of that. As you'll see, there were abuse issues that they overcame as well. And so I think at the core of it, when you love what you do, you know, all these years later, I was able to spend some time with all of them, particularly Dorinda, who I play.
You play Dorinda, right?
And I do. And they love music. And I think when you really do what you love and what you're passionate about, there's nothing that's going to take you off your path.
What was it like playing Dorinda and then meeting Dorinda in person?
It was, oh my goodness, it felt like a dream. First of all, she's such a beautiful person inside out and out. I call her the hardest working woman in the industry because she's got a TV show, radio show. She tours on her own. She tours with the Clark sisters. And so she's teaching, she's preaching. But she was so gracious we were able to spend hours on the phone, and I just kind of picked her brain about everything. And, you know, I would ask her all these questions. So what were you feeling when this happened? And so it really, really helped me get to the core of who Dorinda is and really portray her in a real and authentic way. You know, I remember when we all met on set for the first time, and we just all started crying. I mean, it's actually on video somewhere. And, you know, it was just so emotional for so many reasons. I think for them, it's like, wow, this is our mother's dream of us just being a group. And now here we are decades later, and a movie is being, you know, is telling our life stories. So I think it was very emotional for everyone when they saw their mom, who Anjanou Ellis is playing, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark. And I can't even begin to tell you, she is electrifying. I mean, I think she's one of our great actors of our time. And when they saw her, they just started bawling. They almost couldn't get it together for almost 30 minutes because they thought they were seeing their mother. So just being able to play her, it's an honor. And I just can't wait for the world to see the story behind the music that we've known for so long.
Shelea, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to name drop a little bit. And then you are sitting in front of a piano and you're going to sing a song, as they say. You're going to sing something.
I can sing a little song for you, just for you.
Okay. We'll be right back.